It's a beautiful evening for baseball, and the Lake Erie Monarchs are set to begin their final full series at home, the 2018 campaign. Hard to believe it is already here. Hello and welcome everyone to Flat Rock Field in Flat Rock, Michigan. I'm Kevin Peel, happy to be bringing you the accounts and descriptions of both of these ball games today. Game one of a twin bill, the Muskegon Clippers and the Lake Erie Monarchs. The starting pitcher is Brendan Lovell. His first one is a fastball high and tight to Travis Janes for ball one. And we are underway. It's 6:11 with first pitch here tonight. 6 minutes late from our initial 6:05 projection. 1-0. And it's outside 2-0 to the starting left fielder, Travis Janes, who will bat on the right side against Brendan Lovell here today. Janes hitting .253 with 8 RBIs. Fastball is upstairs, and it's 3-0. Brendan Lovell making his first start of the season, the righty from Western Michigan. 3-0. Fastball gets over for a strike at the knees, outer half. And the count is 3-1 now on Travis Janes. Janes, Bryant, Roach, the top three in the order. 3-1. And a line drive towards right center. That's a good start for the Muskegon Clippers. That's a gapper. Janes is on his way to second. The ball is picked up and tossed in towards second base. And Travis Janes will have a leadoff double for the Muskegon Clippers to start things off here tonight. A great start for Muskegon as they will appear here at Flat Rock Field for the first time in their existence. So for Travis Janes, that's double number 5 of the season, and he is the leadoff man aboard for Muskegon tonight. And that'll bring up Nolan Bryant, starting second baseman. .276 average with 2 homers and 24 knocked in. Open stance on the left side for Bryant against Lovell. First pitch is a fastball high and away for ball 1. Monarchs and Clippers were supposed to play yesterday. A little rain in the afternoon wreaked havoc on the plans, and thus no game yesterday. We'll play 2 tonight. 1-0. Fastball got the outside edge. Strike 1 to Nolan Bryant. Bryant appearing in his 39th game of the season for the Clippers, which is a team high, besting Blake Dunn by 1, who is also starting tonight. 1-1. And a pop-up. This will get out of play to the left of home. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Nolan. Muskegon Clippers coming off of a loss a couple nights ago on Wednesday at home to the Lima Locos, but before then, Clippers were on an absolute tear. 1-2, a breaking ball high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got themselves into contention in the North Division to try and make that final playoff spot, but the Saginaw Sugar Beets just simply wouldn't lose, so they knocked Muskegon out of contention. 2-2. Fastball is flown towards deep left center field. On his horse is O'Laughlin, still going back, makes the catch. Tagging and heading towards third is Travis Janes. The throw comes into the shortstop, Lambo. Great job by Nolan Bryant. He tagged one to deep left center, allowing the man to move up a base. And so there's a runner at third with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. The Clippers looking to get on the board first here this evening. And that will bring to the plate Jimmy Roach. Highest batting average on this Muskegon team, hitting .368 with 9 homers and 40 RBIs. He'll bat on the right side against the righty Lovell. And here's the pitch. Curveball stays up and in for ball 1. Jimmy Roach appearing in his 36th game of the season. Has a team-high 11 doubles, a team-high 9 home runs, and by far a team-high 40 ribbies. 1-0, breaking ball, strike just above the knees. Outer half makes it a ball and a strike. He has really gone on a tear since the Monarchs saw him last, although he has consistently been an impact player for the Clippers this year. 1-1, curveball popped up to the right side to shallow right field. Coming in and making the catch is Andrew Dyke in shallow right field. Travis Janes not able to advance towards home, so he'll stay put at third base.
Number 22, Ryan Blake Jones.
So I'll leave things up to Ryan Blake Jones here in the top of the first. No score, and a man at third. Blake Jones, third on the team in average, .324, has 3 long balls and 24 driven in. appearing in game number 32 for the Clippers this year. Lovell deals. Fastball got the inside corner just above the knees. Strike one. A little earlier start than we're used to here at Flat Rock Field, with us playing 2 tonight. So it's pretty warm, but not too hot, 78 degrees. Some clouds here and there, but nothing menacing. 0-1. Just missed the inside corner, even up the count 1-1. West winds at 11 miles an hour. Those are blowing towards right field, the corner of right field. And it feels like 80. 1-1 from Brendan. Breaking ball, outside corner, strike two. Blake Jones was frozen by that pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jones sporting the number 22 on the back of his red jersey today. Lovell from the stretch pitches. A little number, past the mound, over towards second. Waiting on it, Prater. Throws to first, got his man, and the Monarchs get out of a jam in the top of the first. Leadoff double for Travis Janes. He is stranded at third base, and Lovell gets out of that inning unscathed. Time for the bottom of the first. Monarchs coming up for the first time in a scoreless affair. This is Monarchs baseball. Beautiful evening for baseball here in southeast Michigan, and the Monarchs coming to the bat for the first time in a scoreless affair. Let's take a quick peek at that starting batting order for the Monarchs. It goes as follows: Caleb Balgard, Will Prater, Alex Lambo, the top 3, Robert Bell, Andrew Dyke, Casey O'Laughlin, the middle 3, and Griffin Mazer, Casey Slattery, and Zach Schwarzenberger, the bottom 3. First pitch to Balgard. He's swinging right away and grounds one foul down the third base line off his own dugout. No balls and a strike. Caleb Balgard facing off against Jacob Wazinski, starting pitcher today for the Muskegon Clippers. 0-1. Balgard with a liner that's sinking towards the ground in front of the shortstop Roach, who tosses on to first. 1 up, 1 down in the bottom of the first. That .342 average, 5 homers, 18 RBIs for Balgard, going to drop temporarily. Defensively for the Clippers tonight, Janes, Henderson, Dunn left to right in the outfield, Stites and Roach guarding the left side of the infield, Bryant and Blake Jones on the right side, Wazinski and Monahan, the battery, Monahan doing the catching. Pitch from Wazinski bounces in, ball 1 to Will Prater. Prater third on the Monarchs team in batting average, .307, 3 RBIs this year. Playing in his 24th game out of Western Carolina University. Upcoming sophomore there. 1-0. Fastball high, 2 balls and no strikes. Prater batting from the left side against the righty Wazinski. Spelled differently than it sounds. 2-0. Fastball popped up to the left side into foul ground. Stites maneuvering over there. He's under it and makes the two-handed catch. Out number 2 here in the bottom of the first, scoreless game. Takes just 5 pitches for Wazinski to get the first 2 outs. And that will bring to the plate the Loyola Marymount product, Alex Lambo. Gets the start at short tonight for the Monarchs. 287 average, 2 homers, and 21 RBIs. From the right side, Lambo bats. Wazinski fires one low and outside, ball 1. Alex Lambo making his 37th appearance of the season for the Monarchs, which is a team high in the field. 1-0. And popped up foul out of play, heading towards diamond 4. Back to the right. 1-1. 4-field cluster here at Flat Rock Community Field. It's a beautiful facility. A lot of youth baseball played here. 1-1 on the ground, foul down the third base sign, crashing off the retaining wall. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grant Henderson, our home plate umpire, calling for a couple baseballs to be brought out to him. He will call the balls and strikes in game 1. Larry Bailarucki, the base umpire, fighting another one off, is Alex Lambo. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Monarchs and Clippers were set to play 2 7:05 contests, one last night and one today. Although yesterday did not happen. That rain that came through was heavy enough around 2, 3 in the afternoon. 1-2, swing and a miss. Lambo chases for strike 3. Picking up his first strikeout is Jacob Wazinski, and the inning comes to an end. The Monarchs go in order. Time to head to the second inning here at Flat Rock Field. No score. You are listening to Lake Erie Monarchs Baseball on monarchsradio.com. Blake Dunn, number 5 man in the order, leads things off in the top of the second inning for the Clippers. We have no score. Just 1 hit on the board. It was Travis Jane's leadoff double in the first. And the pitch to Blake Dunn to start the inning bends him away from strike 1. Blake Dunn, starting right fielder, second on the team in batting average, 346. 3 long balls, 25 RBIs. 1 breaker misses up. Looked like it had the inside corner, though. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dunn batting on the right side against the righty Lovell. 1-1 breaker outside. 2 balls and a strike. Get you that Monarchs defensive alignment here in just a moment. 2-1. Low and away to Blake Dunn. 3 balls and a strike. Blake Dunn was an all-star for this Muskegon Clippers team, representing the North. Can pitch and play the field and hit. 3-1, popped up to right center, chasing Dyke back into the alleyway, reaches up, makes the catch for out number 1. Let's take a look defensively at the Lake Erie Monarchs. Left to right in the outfield, Schwarzenberger, O'Laughlin, Dyke. Left side of the infield at third, it's Balgard, Lambo at short. Prater at second, Slattery, the first baseman, Lovell and Mazer, the battery, with Mazer doing the catching tonight. Left-handed batter, Tyler Carpenter in the box, and the designated hitter fouls one off the glove of Griffin Mazer, strike one. Carpenter this year hitting .259, 2 homers and 8 RBIs. 30th game he has played in for the Muskegon Clippers. 0-1. Fastball spiked into the dirt away. 1-1. Mason Stites also due up in this inning. Connor Henderson, Mike Monahan round out the rest of the order. And the pitch is fouled off to the left of home. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count on Tyler Carpenter, who is the second lefty we've seen in this lineup against a right-handed pitcher, Brendan Lovell. And the 1-2 just missed outside. Good try from Lovell, but missed the mark. 2-2 our count here. Monarchs playing their 15th game at Flat Rock Field. They'll also play number 16 tonight as long as all goes well. 2-2s outside, 3-2. Monarchs have lost a couple dates here, though, at home. Each team plays 21 home games during the season. 3-2. Fastball outside. Ball 4. Tyler Carpenter able to coax a walk out of Brendan Lovell. It's the first free pass given out either way. And the Muskegon Clippers, again, to get a base runner on in the second. No score. As Mason Stites will make a trip to the plate. Stites hitting .286 with 3 homers and 17 RBIs. 34th game he has appeared in this year. Lovell deals to Stites. A little bit inside. Ball 1. And Mason had himself quite a day in the doubleheader against the Monarchs, which was played earlier on in the month of June. 1-0. Fastball just got the outside edge. A late strike call from Grant Henderson, 1-1. Stites was just unstoppable. Couldn't get him out that day. Muskegon would sweep a doubleheader from the Monarchs. Quick throw over to first from Lovell. It was off target, but Slattery was able to make the catch. No tag applied. So on 1-1 count on Stites with 1 out in the top of the second. No score. And the pitch, right down the middle. Strike 2. 1-2 on Stites. Muskegon in the red jerseys here today with the gray slacks. Red striping down the side. Just one singular stripe. 1-2. In the dirt. Nice block by Griffin Mazer. Keep it in front of him. Keep the base runner at first. 2-2. Clippers in white script across the chest and white numbers on the back. Stites sporting the number 9. Break even from Lovell. Fastball just inside. Lovell has hit that spot a couple times today, trying to hit it again, but it was a touch in. Full count on Stites. Second consecutive full count for Brendan Lovell. Payoff. Runner takes off, and Stites lines one towards center. Coming in O'Loughlin, it's going to drop for a base hit. Carpenter will be on his wheels to third, and that's where he will get to. Mason Stites, a single. He had the green light there to swing on that 3-2, as you would expect. But Tyler Carpenter took off and was able to get an extra base out of it. Well planned by Muskegon. They have runners on the corners and just 1 out here in the second in a scoreless game. 2 hits now for the Clippers, and that's the 3rd base runner against Brendan Lovell in an inning and a third. So that will give Connor Henderson a chance to try and drive in a run. Right-handed batter. First pitch in the dirt, blocked by Mazer. Ball 1. Connor Henderson slashing .238, 1 long ball, 9 RBIs. 24th game that Henderson has appeared in this year for Muskegon. About 3 hours away or so from Flat Rock. 1-0, misses low and outside, 2-0. The opener of that series that the two teams played back in June was also postponed due to rain. So they played 2 on a Sunday afternoon, and it did not go according to plan for the Monarchs, at least. It did for the Clippers. 2-0 from Brendan Lovell. Fastball outside, ball 3. Mazer bluffed a throw to first. Instead, the ball just went behind him. Not sure if that was a ball trick or what. Try and get Carpenter moving towards the plate, but neither of them bought it. Well behind is Lovell, who has all 3 ball counts at least in this inning and is 4 through the first 8 batters. 3-0. Fastball, knees, outside corner, strike 1. Mike Monahan, the catcher, on deck. Number 9 man in the order for Muskegon. 3-1 from Lovell. Fastball, that is tattooed to center field. Backing up O'Laughlin, still going. He'll make the catch on the warning track. So able to run it down is O'Laughlin, but coming home to score on the play is Tyler Carpenter, and the Muskegon Clippers are on the board first here tonight in Flat Rock. A sacrifice fly for Henderson, bringing in his 10th run of the year, and it's 1-0 Clippers with 2 down in the top of the second and still a man at first. Just what the doctor ordered if you want to drive in a run. Henderson ripping that ball to center field. It's not a hit, but he did the job. Got to run home. And now Mike Monahan will try and do more damage. Starting catcher, and on the left side against the righty Lovell. Here's the pitch. Fastball, got the outside corner. Monahan hitting 140 with 8 runs batted in. 22nd game he has appeared in. Scored 6 runs this year for the Clippers. 0-1, runner takes off, and the fastball is not handled by Mazer, goes to the backstop. Runner will steal base. That was a called strike on Monahan. So we'll see what they rule that. He was taking off, so he could easily just be granted with a stolen base. But it's a 2-strike count on Monahan. So Muskegon looks to add on to their lead. The pitch. Breaking ball way high. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Monahan. Lovell takes a deep breath and delivers. Fastball low and away. Level that count, 2-2 on Monahan. Lovell appearing in his 14th game of the season for the Monarchs here today. 2-2, fastball outside. Mazer bluffing a throw down to second as Stites was getting a pretty massive secondary lead off the bag. Another full count this inning for Brendan Lovell, that pitch count ballooning. Another payoff. Fastball broken bad. It's going to settle down and left for a base hit. Stites is coming home. Schwarzenberger has the throw. It's on line in the tag, and he's out of there. Mason Stites gunned down at the plate on a great throw from Schwarzenberger. And that's going to end this top of the second inning on the 3rd hit of the game. Monahan nearly driving in a run, but a good throw and an excellent tag ends the threat, and Muskegon comes away with just 1. Middle of the second inning here in Flat Rock, 1-0 Clippers. You are listening to Monarchs Baseball. Welcome back here to Flat Rock Field in Flat Rock, Michigan. Lake Erie Monarchs down 1-0 as the bottom of the second is set to commence. Monarchs went 1-2-3 in the first. And so Robert Bell, Andrew Dyke, and Casey O'Laughlin will take their hacks against Jacob Wazinski. Here's the pitch. And Bell swings and foul tips one into the mitt for strike one. Robert Bell hitting .266, 3 homers, 19 RBIs. 33rd game he's appeared in, a lot as a DH. 0-1 bounces away from the catcher, Monahan, and it goes up and over the fencing down there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Robert Bell sporting the number 6, batting on the left side. He is a switch hitter. 1-1, fly ball hit well towards right field. That's going to hook foul, though, and it did not have home run distance. Bell didn't get all of it. 1-2. Monarchs in the home white jerseys with the navy blue pinstripes. Green script across the chest with navy blue trim. The letters also in navy blue on the front with green trim. 1-2. And Wazinski induces a ground ball over to first. That will stay fair. Blake Jones will get to the bag by himself for the out. Robert Bell retired 3 unassisted to begin the bottom of the second inning. And here comes Andrew Dyke. University of Illinois Fighting Illini baseball player. Hitting .270 with 3 homers and 12 RBIs. Dyke appearing in his 33rd game for Lake Erie. Pitch from Wazinski, and a bender in for strike one right over the middle. Dyke getting the start in right field once again, a corner outfielder this year for the Monarchs. 0-1, fastball high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Monarchs also have the green stirrups as per usual with the navy blue stripe and the 2 white stripes, 1 up above, 1 below. 1-1's a chopper over the mound right towards second base, fielded by Roach, moving to his left, throws to first, the runner's safe. Able to leg out an infield single is Andrew Dyke. Good hustle.
From Northwestern University.
And so Andrew Dyke will pick up the first hit of the game for the Monarchs. They're down 1-0 in the bottom of the second, looking to get on the board. Now Casey O'Laughlin strides to the plate. And on the left side, the Northwestern Wildcat will bat. Wazinski from the stretch, the pitch, and a pop-up will work its way foul off to the left of home. No balls and 1 strike. Casey O'Laughlin hitting .247, 2 homers, 11 RBIs. 29th game for O'Laughlin this year. A little bit of a late arrival for the Monarchs. 0-1, a deep fly ball hit towards left center. Moving over Janes along with Henderson, but it's going to be Janes' ball by far. Makes the catch. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Back to first base goes Andrew Dyke after his infield single. And now Griffin Mazer will have a chance to try and keep the second inning alive. 1-0 Clippers in the lead. And out hitting the Monarchs 3-1. Griffin Mazer from the University of California, Irvine. .263 average, 2 home runs, 10 ribbies. Pitch just missed the inside corner for ball 1. Mazer appearing in game number 22. He was an all-star this year, a reserve catcher. All-star game held at Prasco Park in Mason, Ohio, 10 days ago. Sidearm throw over to first from Wazinski. Back in safely is Dyke. Griffin was one of 4 Monarchs able to represent the navy and green. 1-0. Bounces in. Able to block it was Mazer. 2-0. Flag blowing out behind the center field wall, which stands 375 feet away from home plate. 325 down into the left field corner if you want to carry for a home run. 315 to the right field corner. 2-0 is low and outside. Misfired big time by Wazinski. He's behind 3 balls in the count. Outfield and infield playing straight away on Griffin Mazer as the wind continues to howl. Might get a little chillier as we move into the later stages of this evening with how strong that wind is blowing. 3-0. Getting out of his crouch was Monahan to receive the pitch, and it's a called strike over the outside corner. 3-1. Dyke getting his lead over at first. Not a huge stolen base threat. In fact, he's 0 for 3 this year. 3-1. And a bouncer hit towards third. Stites waiting on it. Fires across for the out. And the Monarchs get an infield single, but no runs in the home half of the second. Time for the third. Monarchs down 1-0. This is your home for Lake Erie Monarchs baseball. Thank you so much for tuning in to MonarchsRadio.com here tonight. The Monarchs and the Clippers playing two 7-inning games here at Flat Rock Field. Kevin Peel here with you. As the third inning begins, the top of the order will come up from Muskegon ahead 1-0 against Brendan Lovell. And the Monarchs will try and manufacture some runs in their half of the innings. Travis Janes already with a double today. Ball one low to him. We'll take a look at some of the other games that are expected to be on the schedule here tonight. 1-0. Fastball fouled back to the fencing behind home. Ball and a strike on Janes. Another game is in progress right now. The Mariners and Sugar Beets playing one today, and the Mariners lead Saginaw 14-8 in the top of the seventh. 1-1. Travis Janes turns away from ball two. 2-1 count. Of course, this game not too far underway in the third. 7:05 starts otherwise around the league. 2-1, line towards right. Dyke coming in. Catch made. Out number one here in the top of the third. 1-0 Muskegon. Richmond Jazz, Licking County Settlers, one of those 7:05 matchups playing down in Newark, Ohio. Licking County 9-29 this year. Yikes. Not exactly what you would expect from the organization that won 3 straight years this GLSCL title. First pitch up and away to Nolan Bryant for ball one. Nolan Bryant flew out to left center his opening time at the dish. Lovell from the wind delivers. And here's a fly ball hit towards left center. That's getting down fast and rolling towards the fence. Schwarzenberger going to cut it off. Bryant's heading towards second. The throw is just a little late. No tag applied. And Muskegon will already have their second extra base hit of the game as Nolan Bryant picks up the 2-base hit. Bryant with his 9th double of the year. Tied for third on the team with Mason Stites in that category. 4 hits now for Muskegon here today. And now Jimmy Roach comes up 0 for 1 with a pop-out. The pitch, curveball, swing way in front of the pitch, strike one. Irish Hills Leprechauns going to host the Southern Ohio Copperheads tonight. Southern Ohio, win percentage-wise, better than the Steam. Has played 2 less games to them to this point. 0-1 bounces away. Blocked by Mazer, 1-1. Southern Ohio at 27-10. Cincinnati at 28-11. Southern Ohio, one of those games that was canceled, was against the Lake Erie Monarchs at the end of June. Not made up. And they got a rain-shortened win in Athens, did the Copperheads. 1-1 on the ground over to first. Easy play for Slattery. He'll go to the bag by himself. Out number 2, Jimmy Roach is 0 for 2. In the process, sliding over from second to third is Nolan Bryan. So Muskegon gets a man to third base for the 3rd consecutive inning, and we'll see if they can cash in for the 2nd time. Already up 1-0, and here's Ryan Blake Jones, who is grounded out to second once here today. Leprechauns right now at 19-19, a 500 team. Curveball foul tipped into the mitt. Strike 1 to Blake Jones. What a battle it will be across the border in Tecumseh, Ontario. The St. Clair Green Giants hosting the Lima Locos. St. Clair, by a half game, leads the division right now. They are 1 up in the win column. 0-1 swing and a miss. Ryan Blake Jones behind 0-2. Also at 7:05, the Hamilton Joes and Galleon Graders playing a massive series. Hamilton trying to lock up that final playoff spot in the South. Xenia Scouts and Cincinnati Steam going at it in Cincinnati tonight. 0-2. And Blake Jones off the end of the bat hits one towards right center field. Backing up is Dyke, still going back at the fence. Looks up and it's gone. A home run. Ryan Blake Jones put one out of here to the opposite part of the yard. A home run off of Brendan Lovell. 4th home run of the season. RBI's number 25 and 26. And that's a devastating home run to allow. 0-2 count with 2 outs. And Ryan Blake Jones puts it out of the yard to make it 3-0 Muskegon here in the top of the 3rd. Such a lethal offense, this Muskegon team. Blake Dunn comes up hacking, lines one just over the first base dugout. Strike 1. Blake Dunn with a fly out to right center here today, 0 for 1. 29 home runs now this year for Muskegon. 0-1, and Dunn fouls one away. No balls and 2 strikes. And a couple long balls were a part of the Muskegon party when they were able to sweep that doubleheader against Lake Erie earlier this year. And they get one pretty early on in this contest. 0-2, fastball high will go to the backstop right in front of me. My perch behind home plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 5 hits already for Muskegon off of Brendan Lovell. He's not through 3 innings of work quite yet. 1-2 on the way. It's low and away to level the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lovell takes a deep breath, trying to get this final out. Pitch high and tight to Dunn. Another full count. This is the first one of this inning. 5 of the first 9 batters he faced had full counts. Make this the 6th full count. 3-2 fastball, high ball 4. And Blake Dunn will coax a walk. 2nd walk issued today by Brendan Lovell. And that pitch count really going up. He entered the inning with 45 pitches already. And he is now into the mid-60s. And he's not quite through 3 innings. Monarchs would like him to go as long as possible here today. Pitch, fastball high and away, ball 1. Mazer popping up out of his crouch. Tyler Carpenter walked and scored in the 2nd inning. Opening run for the Muskegon Clippers here today. From the set, Lovell fires. Runner takes off. Fastball for strike. Throw down to second, and Lambeau cannot handle the throw. Stolen base for Blake Dunn as he picks up 1. Dunn now with 20 stolen bases on the year. Team best. 20 for 22. Muskegon has only been caught 11 times this year, stealing bases in 73 attempts. So they're 62 for 73 now. Not bad, to say the least. Makes a lot of problems for the opposing pitchers when you have effective base stealers like Muskegon has. 1-1. Fastball high and away. 2 balls and a strike. Blake Dunn, not the only one who can swipe a few. Janes is 16 for 16. Henderson, 14 for 16 this year. And really, it's those three, but when they get on base, look out. 2-1. Fastball tails outside, and Lovell again falls into a 3-ball count. It's 3-1. 2 outs and a runner at second in the top of the third. 2 runs in. Clippers ahead 3-zip. Looking to lock up the season series victory with a win in Game 1 today. 3-1. Fastball flown to left field. Moving back on it, Schwarzenberger. Still going. He's not going to get there. He'll field it on the warning track. Trotting home is Blake Dunn, and he will score with ease. Back to first base goes Tyler Carpenter, who appeared to blow a tire rounding first. Doesn't matter. Carpenter will pick up an RBI. That's his 9th of the season, and it's 4-0 Muskegon here in the top of the third. His dugout giving him a lot of schlack over there, as he just couldn't quite round the base cleanly.
The Clippers, number 27, Mika Allen.
We're going to have a pinch hitter for the Muskegon Clippers. Will be Micah Allen, upcoming sophomore. And he swings right away at the first pitch and fouls it away. 0-1. So Mason Stites able to go 1 for 1 today with a single before being pulled out of Game 1. Allen batting on the right side. 0-1. Fastball swing and a miss. It was also elevated, 0-2. Allen hitting .267, 3 homers, 21 RBIs. 33rd game he has appeared in for the Clippers this year. Also does a little bit of pitching. 0-2. Low and away. Blocked nicely by Mazer, showing off that catching ability behind home plate. 1-2. The man at first is Tyler Carpenter. 4-0 Muskegon here in the third. 1-2. Low and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, backing Allen away from home plate. Allen has struck out 16 times this year, walked 8. Several players over 20 RBIs for this Muskegon team. 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, that will do it. Brendan Lovell gets the strikeout, his first of the game, but it was another unsuccessful inning for Lovell on the mound. He allows 3 runs on 3 hits, and a man is left. A 2-run homer from Ryan Blake Jones was the highlight. And in the middle of the third inning, the Clippers are in front by a score of 4-0. This is your home for Monarchs baseball. Casey Slattery leads off the bottom of the third. As good of a start as you could ask for the Muskegon Clippers. They're ahead 4-0 through 2.5 innings, out hitting the Monarchs 6-1. Slattery swings and fouls one back, strike one. Slattery from the University of California. He is a Golden Bear. 6 for 61 this year with 5 runs batted in. 0-1. And it's a little bit low. Even it up, a ball and a strike. Jacob Wazinski has been coasting so far, has allowed just a single through 2 innings. 1-1. A touch low. Even it up, 2 balls and a strike. Approaching 7 o'clock here in Flat Rock. Beautiful night for baseball. 2-1. Slattery with a fly ball hit well towards right field. Backing up on it, playing it off the wall is done. And it was hit so hard and so fast, it's going to be just a single for Slattery. Hit number 7 of the year for him, a loud one off the fence. There's that power that we know is in there. Monarchs get their second hit, a good start to the bottom of the third, as Wazinski allows the hit. And here comes Zach Schwarzenberger, the University of Toledo Rocket, batting 9th and playing left field today. Wazinski with a look towards first, and the pitch. Fastball high and away, but swung through for strike one. Schwarzenberger with a .240 batting average, 9 runs batted in. Had a nice game a couple nights ago, 3 RBIs against the 1-0. As a fly ball hit towards right center field. Coasting over Henderson and Dunn. It will be Henderson making the call and the play for out number 2. Out number 1. Slattery still heading back to first base.
From Indiana University, the third baseman.
That game that Schwarzenberger did well in was the Tuesday night triumph over the Mariners, 11-5. Schwarzenberger had a 3 RBI night in helping the Monarchs grab the W. Now back to the top with Caleb Balgard, 0 for 1 with a ground out today for the Indiana Hoosier. Wazinski, the righty, comes home. Balgard squares to bunt, pulls back, ball 1 low and in. Wazinski just crossing the 30-pitch plateau. He's been good, he's been efficient, he's been everything so far for Muskegon. 1-0. And Balgard with a pop-up, high, towering pop-up towards third. Micah Allen going over to investigate, and he's not going to have a play. Even it up 1-1 on Caleb Balgard. Micah Allen staying in to play third base after he pinch hit for Mason Stites in the top of the inning. Balgard moving slightly in the right-handed batter's box as he waits for the pitch. Here it is. 1-1 skips in. Nice block by Monahan. Sliding to his right, 2 balls and a strike. Jacob Wazinski is from Grand Rapids, Michigan, 6'7". He is a tower on the mound. 200 pounds. Plays college baseball at Grand Rapids Community College. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Even it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Balgard. Jacob Wazinski is 19 years old. He will turn 20 next year on March 9th. The break even on the way, and Balgard lifts one high, heading out of play, it appears, to the left of home, and mostly backwards, 2-2. Wazinski making just his 3rd start of the year, 11th appearance though. 1-4 record with a 5.32 earned run average. 23 2/3 prior innings. Another break even, swing and a miss. Balgard chased one off the plate. Good breaking ball, and Balgard 0 for 2 now as he is punched out of there. Will Prater, the last chance in the bottom of the 3rd for the Monarchs, down 4-0. Slattery is at first.
Number 5, Will Prater.
Prater 0 for 1 with a pop out to 3rd back in the opening inning. Prater Waiting for the pitch, and a two-seamer tails outside, ball one. Wazinski has 17 strikeouts to 13 walks this year, 29 hits allowed. Has not pitched in almost 2 weeks. 1-0. Spiked into the dirt. That will get past the catcher Monahan to the backstop, allowing Slattery to move up on the wild pitch. Runner into scoring position now for the Monarchs, and a 2-0 count on Will Prater. Monarchs down 4 here in the third. First wild pitch either way. Griffin Mazer had a pass ball against him earlier on. 2-0. Fastball, a touch in. 3-ball count to Will Prater, number 2 man in the lineup. Wazinski's longest outing this year, 4 innings. Came against the Irish Hills Leprechauns back on June 30th. 3-0. Gets over for strike 1, and he hangs in the at-bat. Allowed an unearned run and 3 hits while facing 14 batters. Struck out 2 in that appearance against the Leprechauns at home. 3-1. Fly ball to center. It's right at Henderson, who will come up a couple steps and make the play. Out number 3, and the Monarchs will get a man on, but leave him stranded once again, this time at second base. Monarchs are scoreless through 3 innings, but Muskegon is not. 4-0 the score, on our way to the 4th. You are listening to Lake Erie Monarchs Baseball on monarchsradio.com. Lake Erie Monarchs Baseball on the internet here tonight. 4-0 Muskegon Clippers as the 4th will begin. Final home game of the season will be tomorrow for the Monarchs against the Galleon Graders here at 7:05. We still have one more tonight if you want to come on out to the ballpark if you're nearby. It's a great time, a great crowd on hand. Fly ball hit towards left field off the bat of Connor Henderson. That's finding the gap and going off the fence. Henderson coasting into second with another Clippers double against Brendan Lovell. Too many extra base hits allowed by Brendan Lovell here today. And he has allowed now 4 of those. 2 prior ones have come in to score. Henderson now 1 for 2. No, 1 for 1. He had a sac fly back in the 2nd inning. Henderson picks up his second 2-base hit of the season. And these aren't cheapy doubles either. These are finding the gaps and going all the way to the fence. Good start to the inning for Muskegon. They have 7 hits now in the contest. And that will bring up Mike Monahan. Squares the bunt, pulls back, ball 1. Monahan had that bloop single in the 2nd inning. He did his job, although Mason Stites was thrown out trying to come home on that play. And after that, he was removed seemingly from the game. 1-0, bunt put down the 3rd base line. Letting it stay in fair territory is Mazer, who'll toss down to first to get the out. And a cheer given out to Mike Monahan from the first
The
base
fielder,
dugout.
number 6,
He's retired 2-3, and over to third base goes Henderson. Clippers looking to add on to their 4-0 advantage here in the top of the fourth of this 7-inning game. And the batter is Travis Janes, who's 1 for 2 with a double and a line out today. But he's been a tough out each time. The pitch. Curveball outside corner. Beautifully done by Lovell. 0-1. Lovell is 6'2", 185 pounds from Western Michigan University. He hails from Scotts, Michigan. 0-1. Curveball bounded up the middle. Lambeau charging. Tough play. Throws on to first. It's high, and they just got Janes at first. But Travis Janes does get the job done as he drives in a run to extend the lead to 5-0. An RBI ground out for Janes. His 9th run batted into the season. And Muskegon has now scored at least a run in each of the last 3 innings. Now with the bases empty, Nolan Bryant takes ball 1. Bryant with a double and a fly out here today. He also has scored a run. Here's the pitch. And it's chopped off of Bryant at home plate to even up the count at a ball and a strike. Bryant was dashing down the third base line after that aggressive swing. He's going to try and walk that one off. Brendan Lovell is an upcoming sophomore for the Broncos program that competes in the Mid-American Conference. He is just under 2 months away from turning 20 years old, and he'll do so on September 22nd of that month of September. Lovell's number's pretty good this year, although they haven't been so good here today. 5 earned runs against him so far. Break even to Bryant. Fastball high and away. 2 balls and a strike. 2-0 record, 3.49 earned run average. 14th game, first start. 1 save for Lovell. 2-1 fastball popped up. Third base line, Balgard going out, Schwarzenberger coming in. Lambeau is also descending into the outfield, but it's Schwarzenberger making the call and the catch. Out number 3, and that's it in the top of the fourth from Muskegon, but they get a leadoff double and another run on the Travis Janes RBI chop out. Middle of the fourth here in Flat Rock. It's the Clippers 5 and the Monarchs nothing. You are listening to Monarchs Baseball. Alex Lambeau looks to start off an eventful bottom of the fourth for the Monarchs. They have just 2 hits and no runs through the first 3.5 innings here tonight. Jacob Wazinski, a big part of that. Lambeau tries to bunt, misses strike 1. Lambeau with a strikeout against Wazinski to end the first. That is one of 2 strikeouts that Wazinski has tonight. 0-1, popped up. Off to the right side, that will get over the dugout, foul. No balls and 2 strikes on Lambeau. Hails from Seattle, Washington. was battling illness before coming to play for the Monarchs this year, but his mom and dad have been a constant presence for him. 0-2 foul away. No balls and 2 strikes. That's a story that you're not used to seeing in summer ball, the parents having a consistent presence. Usually the family is far away, but for Lambeau, he had them nearby this year, and an 0-2, swing and a miss. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts is Alex Lambeau here tonight. He shakes his head as he walks off towards the third base dugout. 1 up, 1 down in the bottom of the 4th for the Monarchs, down 5-zip. Robert Bell will have a chance to bat. 0 for 1 with a ground ball to first back in the 2nd. Wazinski from the windup delivers. A bender well outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Last appearance for Wazinski came almost 2 weeks ago, as I was mentioning, against the Licking County Settlers. 1-0. Fastball missed somewhere outside, 2-0. It was a 8-6 setback for the Clippers that night. Wazinski pitched 2 innings. 2-0, high fastball swung through by Bell. 2 unearned runs, a hit, 2 walks, and 11 batters faced for Wazinski that night. The team has not been extremely successful when he has pitched this year. 2-1 is foul tipped into the mitt, strike 2. In fact, they are just 3-7 when Wazinski has made an appearance or a start this year. 2-2. Outside, taking was Robert Bell to fill up the count. That was pitch number 50 for Jacob Wazinski, who's in great shape to try and go the distance in this contest. 3-2. Fastball elevated to the right side of the infield. Shielding his eyes is Blake Jones. It's out into short right field, and Bryant will backtrack to make the catch. 2 up, 2 down, bottom of the 4th. Monarchs trailing 5-0. Nobody on for Andrew Dyke. Dyke has 1 of 2 knocks for the Monarchs here tonight, an infield single to near second base that he just beat out. Dyke, the number 5 man in the order against Wazinski. Dyke comes up swinging and pops one up. Foul ground. Blake Jones going near the fence, and that will get out of play. No balls and a strike. So if Wazinski gets through this inning, he will at least tie his longest appearance of the year, 4 innings, at least by innings. Batters faced 17, and that was a rough outing against the Sugar Beets back on June 22nd up in Saginaw. 0-1. Fastball just caught the outside corner. Dyke not impressed, 0-2. Although that was a rough appearance, as I was mentioning. 3 innings, 6 runs, 5 earned, 7 hits, 3 walks, 4 Ks. 0-2. Dyke puts one to left field, backing up Janes onto the track, makes the catch. That will do it in a 1-2-3 inning for Jacob Wazinski against the Lake Erie Monarchs. 5 straight set down by Wazinski. We're through 4. Lake Erie Monarchs trailing the Muskegon Clippers 5-0. You are listening to Lake Erie Monarchs Baseball on monarchsradio.com. Make sure to follow your favorite baseball team, the Lake Erie Monarchs, on Twitter at GLL_Monarchs. And also, you can follow them on Facebook, Lake Erie Monarchs. Monarchs down 5-0 as the fifth inning will begin. Brendan Lovell back to work against Jimmy Roach. First pitch is bounded over to third. Nice backhand by Balgard, who was playing up. Line-to-line throw. And out number one is made. Beautiful backhand by Caleb, who has gotten better and better with that as the season has gone on. He's had a bit of an up-and-down year with the glove. Came in knowing that fielding would maybe be an issue for him, but has worked on it and made a nice play there. One pitch, one out, which is crucial for Lovell. He's already over the 80-pitch mark here in the fifth. Now Ryan Blake Jones, pitch up in the zone, strike one. Blake Jones with a ground out and a two-run blast today, and it didn't look like it was hit hard, but it was hit the opposite way. Got just enough of the barrel to get it out of here. 0-1 back to the screen on a line, 0-2. Also, Blake Dunn will have an opportunity to bat in the inning. He's helping retrieve a foul ball back behind home plate at this moment, as you might have seen in the camera. 0-2. And Blake Jones puts one in the air. That will go well out of play, foul. Talk about taking what you're given, and Lovell has been pretty consistent with giving him outside pitches. And Blake Jones was able to take advantage of that and hit it the other way. Knew it was coming. 0-2. Ryan Blake Jones has to back away from ball one. Almost stumbled over the plate. 1-2. Shadows starting to come onto the field on the third base side, as they usually do after the 7 o'clock hour. 1-2, and Ryan Blake Jones chases one in the dirt for strike three. They'll throw down to complete the strikeout, and it is now complete. 2-3. We'll finish off that strikeout. Lovell only has 2 punch-outs to this point through 4 2/3 innings. 2 quick outs in the fifth. 5-0 Muskegon in the lead, and now Blake Dunn will take his cuts. Fly out, a walk, and a single for Dunn today. Curve ball low, ball one. Brendan Lovell has not pitched over 4 innings this year, although that was a night in which he faced 22 batters. 1-0 is high and tight, 2-0. He's had to come in at times and do some mop-up duty in tough situations, especially early on in the year when the Monarchs were down in games. 2-0, fastball at the belt, strike one. And that's seemingly what happened to the Monarchs this year. They've had some good stretches of baseball in July. 2-1 to Dunn, his line towards center. Coming in is O'Loughlin. Boy, that was a frozen rope, but O'Loughlin was fortunately close enough to it to make the catch to end the inning. And it's a 1-2-3 frame for Brendan Lovell. He only needed to throw 10 pitches. Through 4.5 innings here at Flat Rock Field, Muskegon leads 5-0. This is Monarchs Baseball. Fans still filing in on a busy night here at the ballpark. Great to see. A lot of Monarchs fans and a lot of Clippers fans in attendance. It's the Clippers fans that are enjoying this contest so far. Game one, at least, bottom of the fifth, 5-0 game. Monarchs being out hit 7-2 to this point. No errors either way. Muskegon has left 3 on, and the Monarchs have left 2 on base. Casey O'Loughlin first up against Jacob Wazinski in the 5th. And he nubs one off the end of his bat foul to the third base on deck circle where Griffin Mazer is waiting. And he might have broken the bat. Yep, just a little crack at the barrel. And so Casey will have to get new lumber. 0-1 on O'Loughlin. Griffin Mazer, Casey Slattery also due up in the inning. Monarchs, of course, with a doubleheader tonight. This will round out the season series against the Clippers, and then the final series of the year, the Galleon Graders. Hard to believe it's already here. Tomorrow night, Monarchs will play at home against Galleon. Sunday in Galleon for the finale. 0-1, just a little low. Even count, a ball and a strike on Casey O'Loughlin. Wazinski ready quickly. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. A fastball missed the mark. And the 2-1 is grounded foul down the first base line. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield and infield playing essentially straight away, although the center fielder Henderson is shaded a little bit more towards right center. 2-2, O'Loughlin takes low and inside, and the count fills up. Although what has made Wazinski so effective is that he hasn't gotten this far behind often today. 3-2, fastball put on the ground to the right side, ranging to his left quickly as Bryant has time to throw to first and got his man. 7 straight men retired by Jacob Wazinski, as he now has 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. He retired the first 4 of the game as well. Then 2 of 4 Monarchs hitters got singles, but that's it. 7 straight retired. 5-zip Muskegon, bottom 5. And now Griffin Mazer will come to the plate 0 for 1 with a ground out. Breaking ball over the inside corner for strike 1. And Wazinski has looked comfortable. Everything's been working. That breaking ball has been necessary. Keep these Monarchs hitters off balance. 0-1 outside, 1-1 count. Doesn't maybe overwhelm you with the fastball, but really works all his pitches in well. 1-1 over the inside corner at the knees. Strike 2. He isn't quite like Kyle Bischoff, who can throw 95, but nonetheless, still impressive, and has been impressive today. 1-2 is low and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Griffin Mazer. Muskegon Clippers stayed nearby last night. 2-2, chopped over to third. Waiting on it is Micah Allen. Slings it to first, a little low. Hauled in by Blake Jones. 2 ground balls start the bottom of the 5th for the Monarchs, whose bats have been essentially silent here in Game 1. 5-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Casey Slattery has a single today and was left at second base in the 3rd. Wazinski deals. Slider at the knees. Wow, that was a beautiful pitch for strike 1. He is so tall up on the mound, 6'7". 0-1 slipped out of his hand. Didn't finish on the pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. He's got that. What's the word I'm looking for? He's very daunting up on the mound. 1-1 off the end of the bat, and Slattery fouls it back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Slider chopped. A Baltimore chop towards second. High hop. The fielded shoulder high by Bryant. Soft toss over to first. And that's it. That's all for the Monarchs in the bottom of the 5th. They get nothing going. 9 straight retired by Jacob Wazinski. And he is through 5 scoreless innings. Time for the 6th inning here at Flat Rock Field in Game 1. All Muskegon 5-0. You are listening to Lake Erie Monarchs Baseball on monarchsradio.com. Tyler Carpenter to lead things off for Muskegon in the 6th, ahead 5-0. Kevin Peel here with you. Appreciate you tuning in to Monarchs Baseball. Carpenter with a nice night against Brendan Lovell, who slings a fastball outside, ball 1. Carpenter with a walk, and he scored in the 2nd. Also singled home run in the 3rd. 1-0. And Carpenter will lift one to the fence behind home, a ball and a strike. Game 2 will be starting about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game tonight, so make sure to stay tuned, monarchsradio.com, to watch and listen. Game 2, 1-1 low and away. 2 balls and a strike on Carpenter. Allen and Henderson also due up in the inning for the Clippers. Falling just short of making it to the postseason this year. Such a competitive North Division. 2-1 fastball over the outside corner. Just got a piece of it. 2-2. Carpenter clarifying with Grant Henderson where that pitch found the strike zone. Lovell holds the glove in front of his mouth. The 2-2. And a slider rung him up. Strike 3. Inner half and just below belt high. Lovell has struck out 2 of the last 3, and he is up to 3 Ks in the game. I'll bring up Micah Allen. Allen 0 for 1 with a strikeout here today against Brendan Lovell. The pitch, fastball low, ball 1. Lovell has definitely not thrown over 100 pitches this year, so this will be a first. There is a man warming in the Monarchs bullpen. 1-0. Allen pops one foul out of play, even it up 1-1. We'll see if he does have a distinct pitch count. Pitch limit, I should say. 1-1. Allen, another air ball foul. 1-2. With him going this far, although being this deep in the season, you're nice and stretched out. And you're more likely to have the opportunity to pitch this long. 1-2 from Lovell is a little low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Allen, number 7 hitter in the lineup. Open stance for Allen, 2-2. And put on the ground between short and third. Balgard cuts in front of Lambo, double clutches, throws to first. A laser across the infield. Out number 2. Nicely done by Balgard. He knew how much time that he had and was able to get it over to first. Slattery receiving the throw nicely. 2 up, 2 down in the 6th. Ever since that leadoff double in the top of the 4th by Connor Henderson, who is up to bat right now, 8 straight retired by Brendan Lovell. Henderson with that double and a sac fly tonight out of the 8-hole. 5-0 Muskegon, top 6. Fastball high, ball 1. Nobody on with 2 out. 1-0 to Henderson. Under the arms, ball 2. Had to lift up to get out of the way of that one. Shadows haven't moved too much since when we described them a little earlier in the hour. We're just past 7:30 now here in Flat Rock. 2-0 pitch is low. 3 balls and no strikes. Another 3-ball count, but there hasn't been many of those lately for Lovell, who has settled into this game. He is at 105 right now. The 3-0 pitch, well outside, ball 4, and Henderson will get on base. Just 1-2-3 inning today for Brendan Lovell. That will continue as he allows a walk here in the 6th. That's 3 walks now for Brendan Lovell. And Mike Monahan will come up, a single and a sac bunt for him today. The pitch, and Monahan lifts it foul out of play behind home. 0-1. Monahan, the catcher, hitting 9th in the order for Muskegon. 0-1. Runner takes off. Nope, and then stops. Fastball's high, 1-1. Connor Henderson was bluffing going down there at first base. 1-1, takes off and heading to second base is Henderson. He is taking a big turn towards third, but will stay put. Stolen base for Henderson. And so Monahan will be there at second base. Well, Monahan's batting and Henderson's at second base. Long look in, the pitch, runner takes off again. Mazer throws down to third, and the runner's safe. Henderson with another stolen base. Muskegon getting very aggressive. A 5-0 lead in the sixth, looking to add on. A 2-out walk. Now all of a sudden a runner just 90 feet from home. Wild pitch could make this a 6-run game. 2-2 breaking ball at the knees, strike 3. Monahan is rung up. And that will do it here in the top of the sixth. 2 Ks in the inning for Brendan Lovell. Works around a 2-out walk and gets his way through 6 innings. Middle of the sixth, 5-0 Clippers in front on your home for Lake Erie Monarchs Baseball, monarchsradio.com. Zach Schwarzenberger leads off the bottom of the sixth for the Monarchs. 5-0 game. Line drive foul past Dale Gray, first base coach. Almost a little bit of friendly fire there, 0-1. Schwarzenberger 0 for 1 with a fly out to right center tonight out of the 9-hole. Jacob Wazinski has been in command from the start. Just through pitch number 70. He is well in line to get through 7 innings here tonight. 0-1. And the pitch is at the knees. Strike 2. Schwarzenberger visibly not happy. 0-2. He's faced just 17 batters through these 5 innings. 2 base runners for the Monarchs. That's all. Both hits. 0-2. A foul tip and home plate. Just staying alive is Schwarzenberger. 2 singles in the game. 1 for Slattery back in the 3rd. And a single for Dyke in the 2nd. That is it. Left-handed switch-hitting batter. But against the righty, Wazinski. 0-2. Swing and a miss out in front of a breaker. And Zach Schwarzenberger out on strikes for the initial out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Indiana University, the third baseman, number 21.
4 strikeouts now for Wazinski. He has 1 in 3 of the last 4 innings. He got all ground balls to get through the 5th and has retired 10 straight in this game. Here's Caleb Balgard. And an off-speed is outside, ball one. Balgard 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout here tonight. 5-0 Clippers, bottom 6. 1-0. Balgard swings at a high fly ball to the left field corner. Jane's moving over, and that will get foul out of play. Balgard got underneath it and lofted it out of play. Has that home run power, 5 homers this year. 1-1 count on Balgard. That leads the team, those 5 homers. Break even. Low. 2 balls and a strike. Clippers been playing white-hot baseball before losing to the Locos in a close game on Wednesday, 3-2. Now Balgard will fly one to the opposite field. Dunn, moving towards the line, will make the play, out number 2. Balgard 0 for 3. Here's Will Prater, who's also 0 for 2. 2 air outs for him tonight. Right before the All-Star break, the Clippers were actually 2-4 the week before the All-Star break. Got swept by the Leprechauns on the road, beat the Joes once, and the Settlers once. But then they got hot. Pitch outside, ball one. And if you have some games left in the season like they did back at the time, where they had about 10 games left and were a couple games over 500 or near 500, you have a shot. Fastball's low and away 2-0. And they did. They put themselves in good position. Reeled off 6 straight before the Locos knocked them off. 2-0, fly ball deep right field. Back it goes. Will Prater has hit a no-doubter over the right field fence. 2-0 blast off for Will Prater. And the Monarchs are on the board with a home run in the bottom of the 6th to make it 5-1. Boy, that was a pretty shot. Prater picks up his first homer of the year, RBI number 4. And it's 5-1 Muskegon in the bottom of the 6th. He had the slow trot going and everything. Some gasps from behind me. A lot of Muskegon fans here today. And Jacob Wazinski has lost the shutout here in the bottom of the 6th. That is the first hit since the 3rd for the Monarchs. Strike one into Alex Lambo. 0 for 1, rather 0 for 2 with a couple of Ks is Lambo out of the 3 spot. 0-1. And Lambo jumps backwards from ball 1. On 5 pitches and 4 pitches, Lambo has struck out today. 1-1, and off the end of the bat will go foul to the right of home. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Monarchs really got the bats going fairly nicely in that last series, all things considered. 1-2 on the ground, over to short. Diving play not made by Roach. Can't keep it on the infield. 2-out single. And the Monarchs keep on keeping on here in the 6th. 2 straight hits. Well, if you're going to try and come back, then now is the time. And the Muskegon pitching coach going to come out and have a quick order. Monarchs fans, want to remind you to keep in touch with your favorite baseball team. Head on over to LakeErieMonarchs.com, where you can find some recaps, a schedule, although not many games left on it, stats, roster, and much, much more. You can also, in the multimedia tab, find a link to full games, and some highlights are on there as well, some interviews. You can find that on the Monarchs TV YouTube page through the multimedia tab. It's all on LakeErieMonarchs.com. So the mound powwow is over, and Robert Bell will stride up to the plate 0 for 2 with a ground out and a pop out today. Monarchs down 5-1 in the bottom of the 6th, being out hit 7-4 in this contest. 2 of those hits have come in this inning alone. Maybe a little chink in the Wazinski armor here in the 6th. The pitch and a ground ball over to second. Couple hops into the glove of Bryant, who fields, collects himself nicely and tosses on to get Bell. 1 pitch for Wazinski, gets out of the threat, and that is all. But the Monarchs do get a run back. A Will Prater bomb to right field, But at the end of 6 innings, Muskegon is in command, leading 5-1. This is your home for Lake Erie Monarchs baseball.
You can't even book me. It's me and Lil Baby going crazy.
Travis Janes will come up, leading off the 7th for Muskegon. 5-1 Clips. Kevin Peel here with you, bringing you to the finish of Game 1. Kyle Bischoff, the new pitcher, spikes a fastball, ball 1. Brendan Lovell's night is complete, in line for his first loss of the season if the results remain the same. 2 7-inning games, so Monarchs have just 3 outs to work with. 1-0 is chopped over the mound. Bischoff with a tough play. Balgard comes screaming across behind the mound and throws out the speedy Janes. Boy, that was a tough play. And Balgard cut off everyone in the process. Bischoff was moving backwards towards second base. Lambo was moving towards the ball, but a slight hesitation, and then Balgard just came racing in and threw out Travis Janes. A high Baltimore chop. First out here in the top of the 7th. And now Nolan Bryant swings right away and fouls one off to the left. 0-1. Nolan Bryant 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. That came back in the 3rd. Part of a 3-run frame for Muskegon in which they really took a comfortable lead. They elevate a 1-0 lead to a 4-0 lead and have not looked back. 0-1 to the backstop. As Bischoff threw that 95-mile-an-hour heater a little too strongly. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lovell from the University, well, Bischoff is from the University of Toledo. Hails from Macomb, Michigan. 1-1. Inside again, bending Bryant away. 2-1. Bischoff is 6'1", 190 pounds. Finished up his freshman year at Toledo. His birthday coming up in 2 days. He'll be 19, swinging a foul ball. That was crushed by Bryant, but he was out in front of it. 2-2. When you have a guy that throws hard, sometimes you let that pitcher supply the power. And Bryant got a big swing on that, hit him way out of play. Now Bryant will call for time. Bischoff, appearing in his 8th game of the season, has 1 prior start. 0-2 record, 9.9 ERA. 2-2. Two-seamer, a wicked one with late movement. High and away, ball 3. 10 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, 18 walks, and 7 hits allowed. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Just blew it right past him. That strong fastball. 2 outs for the Clippers in their half of the 7th, ahead 5-1. Final numbers on Brendan Lovell, 111 pitches in 6 innings. Went through the order 3 full times, 27 batters, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, 7 hits, and 5 earned runs. Batter's Jimmy Roach. Fastball low and away, ball 1. Roach today 0 for 2, a couple ground outs and an air out. 2 outs in the 7th, base is empty. 1-0. And a high fly ball hit to right field, moving towards the line, going back on its dike. He can't find it, and it falls in the right field corner. That'll be another extra base hit for the Muskegon Clippers here in this game 1. Roach picks up his team-leading 12th double of the season, and they have a 2-out man in scoring position. Ahead 5-1. 5 extra base hits in this ball game now for the Muskegon Clippers, and that's 5 in 8 hits. Making the most of those 8 hits here tonight. Ryan Blake Jones has done that, 1 for 3 effort, but he has a 2-run homer that came back in the 3rd. And that was the highlight of that 3rd inning for the Clippers. Bischoff works from the stretch, and the pitch. And it's fouled away to the right. 0-1. Kyle Bischoff's last appearance came 3 days ago in the 11-5 win against the Grand Lake Mariners on Tuesday. Allowed an earned run in an inning, walked 2, struck out 1, faced 5. 0-1 from Kyle on the way. And Blake Jones puts in the air into right center in the triangle. And Andrew Dyke was able to come in and make the catch for the final out in the 7th, as Kyle Bischoff is able to work around a 2-out double. Last chance for the Monarchs in game 1. They come to the plate down 5-1. This is Monarchs baseball. Not bad for a pitcher who hasn't thrown over 4 innings this year, but he has the opportunity to get through a 4-hit, 1-run ball game of a start. 5-1, bottom of the 7th. Muskegon is in the lead. And Jacob Wazinski will face Andrew Dyke. Leads things off, and a swing and a miss, strike 1. Wazinski's only at 86 pitches. There's a little bit of movement down in the first base bullpen, which is one for the Clippers. Breaking ball over the inside corner. Dyke frustrated, strike 2. Dyke with a single and a fly out here today. Monarchs had just 2 base runners through the first 5 innings. 0-2, put on the ground over to third. Micah Allen waits, picks up, and slings to first in time. Out number 1. And then the Monarchs got the solo homer from Will Prater in the 6th to get on the scoreboard, and Alex Lambo's single to follow that up. But that has been it against Jacob Wazinski. What a performance. The batter is Casey O'Laughlin, 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out today. Pitch to him. Curveball is low, ball 1. 1-0 from Wazinski. And It's fouled straight to the fencing behind home, a ball and a strike. The post-game show will be very, very brief here today. We'll go through the totals for you, get you the winning pitchers, a quick recap of this one, but Game 2 will be starting not long after. 1-1, Mrs. Lone inside, 2-1. About 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game, so if this inning ends pretty quickly, we would be into Game 2 by 8:30 or so. Fouled away by O'Loughlin, 2-2. Where the Monarchs will look to salvage a series split here today, but they already will have lost the season series against Muskegon if they lose right here. 2-2, low and away, swung on and missed, strike 3. And Wazinski collects another strikeout. Monarchs are down to their final out in the bottom of the 7th with no one on, down 5-1.
California Irvine, the catcher, number 18, Griffin.
5
Mazer.
strikeouts now for Jacob Wazinski. We'll get you those starting lineups over social media as quick as possible. And then come on right as the second game starting. Strike 1 to Griffin Mazer. 2 groundouts for Mazer here today. And the pitch is a little outside. 1-1 on Mazer. Been a clean game to this point. 1-1 is popped up to right field, and it will drop in for a base hit. Blake Dunn will try and track it down. Griffin Mazer will collect the 5th hit of the game for the Monarchs. A blooper that falls down in right field for a base knock. Monarchs still trying to rally, down 5-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. And here's Casey Slattery, 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out today. Wazinski will take a deep breath, approaching 100 pitches. But it's not pitching like it. He has been great. There's a slider at the knees, strike 1. They're playing Slattery out in center field, a couple paces to the right of that second base bag. Playing him to pole, slightly as Henderson. Throw over to first, having to get back quickly is Griffin Mazer, and he does so. Dale Gray, the first base coach, telling Griffin to get back. California kids hitting back-to-back for the Monarchs here in Game 1. 0-1 fastball is low. Ball and a strike. Casey is from L.A. originally. And Griffin chatted with me before about how different of a lifestyle it is out in California. You would expect so, especially living by the water like he does. 1-1 slider stays outside. Low, 2 balls and a strike on Slattery. 5-1 game in the bottom of the 7th. A man at first. Wazinski looking to slam the door. 2-1. Slattery cuts and misses at a good fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Monarchs trying to avoid dropping their 2nd straight after winning the opener of that series against Grand Lake on Tuesday. 2-2 on the way. Slider low and away. Full count on Slattery, and that will allow Griffin Mazer to take an extra step or 2 towards second base. He'll be on the move. Waiting on deck is Zach Schwarzenberger, hoping for a chance. 3-2, runner takes off. Fastball popped up into foul ground, and Micah Allen will watch it soar into the bleachers down the third base side. Still a full count on Slattery. Jacob Wazinski also has set a season high for strikeouts with 5. He had 4 twice earlier on in the season. 3-2, there's number 6, and that's the ball game. Casey Slattery rung up. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Wazinski. He goes the distance here, facing 26, and the Lake Erie Monarchs fall in Game 1 of this doubleheader by a final count of 5-1. 5 runs on 8 hits, no errors, and 5 men left on base for the Muskegon Clippers. 1 run on 5 hits, no errors. The Lake Erie Monarchs in the game leave just 4 men on base. Time of game, it wrapped up at 7:57, so the contest lasted an hour and 46. The 7-inning game did, and the great crowd will wait around for Game 2, which will start up, I would guess, right around 8:30 here tonight. Wazinski, the winner, to improve to 2-4. Brendan Lovell, saddled with his first loss of the year, falls to 2-1 in the process. Monarchs now 16-21-1. They have lost the season series against the Clippers and will try and just salvage one here in Game 2, while the Clippers improve to 21-18. Game 2 is coming up very shortly here on the Monarchs Radio Network. We hope you will tune in. But in the meantime, I am Kevin Peel saying so long from Flat Rock Field in Flat Rock, Michigan. You have been listening to Lake Erie Monarchs Baseball on monarchsradio.com. Stay tuned for Game 2. It's coming up soon on monarchsradio.com.